biblical law. Okay, so let's start with these rabbinic decrees. A script that does not last. Okay. By rabbinic decree, it is prohibited to write a script that can by rabbi. Oh, okay, apologize. I said correctly. By rabbinic decree, it is prohibited to write a script that can endure temporarily. Right, so like this juice on a leaf, right? Thus, it is forbidden to write with a pigment that leaves only temporary mark, such as fruit juice or colored beverage that fade quickly. Well, on a table, I don't know, something. Right, it's going to fade quickly, and it is forbidden to write on a surface from which the impression fade quickly, such as vegetable leaf. So here they say that the whole concept of writing is forbidden because, as we said many times, and also just explained, if they're going to create a different exception, if it's a durable surface, not durable surface, it's a durable pigment, not durable pigment. People, it's only a matter of time, or when people are going to make a mistake. It's only a matter of time. Of course, these things can be taken out of the context, as we learned on the 9th of Av, right? This story of Kamsa Bar Kamsa. So this is a great tzaddik, this rabbi. I mean, he was a great tzaddik, and he was very pious man, but it was a little too much, right? When he said, if we killed him, this Bar Kamsa, so people would say that people would see and say that if somebody is trying to bring the blemish animal, that they're going to kill him, right? So meaning, so we have only one rule for everybody, and that's easy to follow. Okay. So one second. Okay. So again, according to rabbinic decree, it is forbidden to write in a pigment that endure temporarily and on a surface that's not going to hold this mark. Okay, so so far so good. And it is forbidden to write on a surface that surface from which the impression, the fade is sure to fade, such as the vegetable leaf. So and here we have a commentary. Writing on skin, however, falls under the biblical prohibition. So, it's known fact if you have some kind of you are painting with a oil-based paint or something. So and you cannot wash it out, just leave it there. I mean, if it's not visible, if it's not embarrassing, so just leave it there, and it's only a matter of time. It's going to get erased. Why? Right? Because there is oils, oil secretion, for sure. Right, and this oil is going to dissolve the script, right? So if especially so small children, they like to write on their skin with a pen, right? But it is lasting. It is lasting, for sure. And some people, I don't know, in my old days, so we don't have cell phones, of course. So some people would write like phone numbers and I don't know some other information on their hand. I'm not sure, like, why would the person, but it was like certain, I don't know, people would always write things on their hand, and sometimes they would remember, I don't know, they never wash their hands or until they get to the piece of paper, I don't know. But I remember, I know a few people like that who wrote things on their hands. I don't know. So, okay, so writing on the skin, however, falls under the biblical prohibition. Although the body oils will eventually dissolve the script, the skin itself is considered surface upon which the scripture can endure. Okay, right. So meaning that the script is going to technically without oil, so without extra extra element, it's going to stay there forever, right? It is merely subject to the constant oily secretion, right? Here we go, and which are considered external factors. So that's it, right? When they do tattoo, I think they go do under the skin, the way I understand, right? So that's why it's not getting erased. But whatever on top of the skin is going to get erased. Similarly, it is forbidden to draw letters and figures in on the condensation formed by foggy windows, or on outside of the bottle or glass. It is forbidden to wet one finger and write with a moisture. Okay, so before we continue, so let's do it. That's the famous question. I mean, today I'm not sure how common is it, but in olden days, if you have a steam heat, for example, or or you have one pane windows, so for sure, like in not such a good insulation in this window, for sure it's going to create these problems, right? I mean, not probably your window would become would become like foggy with this condensation, right? So sometimes in the public transportation, so people do like this in the hand, and sometimes in a car. So I will say, don't do that, because these things the oil from your hand is going to stay forever, and unless you wash it with some kind of chemical. So I prefer that it's stay like this foggy and defrost itself, but nobody touch it, or touch it with like paper towel or something, right? So of course you're not allowed to write on this. Okay, windows or outside of the bottle or glass. So bottle of glass, if you in the summer, it's very humid, and you took something from a freezer or from a refrigerator, or you put some ice into your ice stick glass, right? And so after some time, it's going to get this condensation. So technically you can write, right? So it is forbidden, and plus it is forbidden to moisten your finger, like to put something somewhere finger and start writing, right? So all of this, of course, we understand all of this condensation, writing from condensation, not going to last, but it's they are forbidden on rabbinical level. Certainly, it is forbidden to draw a figure in a moist sand. So those for sure is going to stand, right? Last for a long time, or soil for sure, or mold wet sand, or soil into the figures. So there is some wet sand, not like a beachy wet sand, but I don't know. I'm not sure how. I saw it for kids, right? So it's not sand, but it's something like sand, so they can play. Of course, on Shabbos you're not allowed to do that. Okay, because it's easily moldable. Okay, it is also forbidden to draw on a snow or a mold figures of the snow, right? Right. Also, if you wrote something or draw a figure on the snow and it's not melted, so it can stay like this until the end of the winter. Let's say it's not going to snow again. Very simply, right? So of course it's long lasting. Or mold figures in the snow. Okay. On Shabbos. Okay. Similarly, it is forbidden to create figures of the breadcrumbs. So that's some people, they have nothing to do in their life. That's what they do. Okay. So next one is marking. Roshem. So marking as we said, it's not like specific like a shape or like a letter or a symbol, but you mark something, and this mark means something for you. Maybe not for me or somebody else, but for you, meaningful, right? Again, the sages further prohibited making a mark that has no inherent meaning, but will serve as a reminder the one who makes it of something he needs to remember. For example, it is forbidden to make a dot on a page. To note how far he has read at the point, right? Read, or point out the word that needs correction. Right, for example, take something sharp. I don't know, like a fork. Fork is not muktzah, right? And make a dot, right? In the left-hand corner, right-hand corner, right? Or underline a word that is problematic. How you underline? With your nail, right? Or with something else. So right, not with a specific tool, but for you, it's a very important marking. Okay. The prohibition applies to making mark with the ink as well as engraving it with a sharp instrument or fingernail. So with the ink, I guess when we say the ink, all of these tools like a specific special tools for writing are out of the question. Out of the question. Okay. They are out of the question. But even like a person said, took something that is not muktzah, right? That's something that is not muktzah. I don't know. Like let's simplify example, like with a fork, like to put it into ink and put some dot. Okay, so for sure it is forbidden, right? And underline something with an instrument or with a fingernail. However, it applies only making a mark that will endure, unlike writing in a genuine symbol, which the sages forbade. Even if the script will not endure, making non-descriptive mark is forbidden only if it is durable. Okay, so let's do this last part and we try to understand. However, it applies only, so these markings, right, applies only to making a mark that will endure. So making a mark that will endure. So I mean, if you do it with a nail, for sure it's going to get endure, will endure. Unlike writing in genuine symbol, which so our so in like in comparison to symbol or letter that the sages forbade, even if it's not going to endure. So meaning as we said, this writing with orange juice on a leaf, right? So of course, right, it is forbidden, but in the case of these marks, it's only if it's going to endure. Right, making non-descriptive mark is not forbidden. Is forbidden only if it is going to it is durable. So why would somebody do other marks that is not durable? I don't know. I mean, consciously, consciously, maybe subconsciously, like a person scan something, the page and they made the mark. It's not like he was marking something, but he has a sharp nails, let's say. Okay, so continue. Next piece is writing on unusual fashion. Although the biblical prohibition applies only to writing with the hand, with which one ordinary writes, the sages forbid writing with either hand and in any manner. So any manner, like upside down, or a person hold the end of the hands and the pen, or put the pen into his mouth, writing like that with left, with using right hand or two hands, right, with a foot or something. So all of this are forbidden under the rabbinic law. Of course, our rabbis gave us permission. So if you need to get admitted to a hospital and they say we need to make a surgery now, we need to make this very expensive test. So and then guess what? Your insurance is not going to cover. And you say no, let's do it, and let them cover. No, they would need your signature. So if you don't sign, then they're going to start the treatment. It's very simple. So in this case, yeah, you have no choice. You have to write.